Everybody's thinking that we're live there. Hello, people. Welcome to Sunday Smoke. We're live.
We are
We're
live.
at the house, Casa de Casa.
We are.
I'm going to show my meat to start with.
Oh, show your meat.
Yes.
Show your meat.
This is the real reason we call it Sunday Smoke. There's my meat. People dinging in already.
Yep.
We don't have a studio audience today.
We do not have a studio audience, and it feels naked.
We might need to send out the search party. We're on. Hi, it's Mike, House Family Fitness. Have my little studio in Pelham, Alabama. Right. Right here. Oh, we got a little feedback coming back from the.
I turned it off. Turn it off.
I do individual training. I do small group training. I do partner training. I do remote, distance coaching, virtual coaching, whatever you want to call it. Give me a call. Distance coaching can look two different ways.
Okay.
I can program for you. Like if you're experienced in the gym, have a gym you go to, you contact me and I will write a program for you. Just take that part of it out. So you don't have to what am I going to do today? Well, I do this. I'm going to do the same old thing over and over.
So you don't have to think about, today's back and buys. You can
Yes.
put a program together to get individuals some spice in their workout.
Correct.
Some different.
Make it very spicy.
Okay.
People that have been there know what spicy means.
That's right.
Or I can meet with you virtually through Zoom. I can be there with you when you're training, more than just writing something on a thing and emailing it to you. Our studio audience is here.
Yeah. If individuals wanted to call you, if they wanted to get in touch with you, do you mind putting it out
number?
there? Yeah. What is your phone number? What is it? Put your phone number. How can they email you?
If we get tech savvy, we can go
all right. So what's your phone number and email?
All right. Phone number is 205-542-1626. And if you look on House Family Fitness on Facebook and or housefamilyfitness.com, it's on there. If you come by the studio, it's on the front door.
You have an email?
Email, it's really hard.
All right.
It's Mike.
Okay.
At housefamilyfitness.com.
Outstanding.
I don't know how I came up with that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Hey.
There's the studio audience.
Hey.
Yes.
There you go. Right.
Just get here when you can.
Is it my turn yet?
3, 2, 1. Yes. And my cohort.
Your local dirtbag trail runner. All right. So there is a needle pulling thread, Dick. And there are a lot of thoughts for today's show.
Lots of thoughts.
Lots of thoughts because I don't know if you know this or not, and Jack maybe he's heard of it. I'm not sure. One of the largest GPS companies, I would just say, had
most well known
little company called Garmin. I think what I saw on the Google News is having some issues, and that is causing
stress for some.
It is causing stress for some.
Stress.
And I do realize that in the big scheme of things that it has not only affected runners and all that. I mean, it really has affected airlines and your live GPS for people traveling, truck drivers. I know that
so
part is
having
affected.
Issues that also.
Oh yeah,
like mapping for
mapping the whole 9 yards. So
drivers use a similar version, not like we use.
Probably should be addressed on a bigger scale. If you have one company that goes down and it puts that big of a burden on your trucking industry, your airline industry. Now, in our little world that we live in, it has affected individuals uploading their runs.
Oh,
they have not been able to do that.
The horror.
It's
so if you use Garmin Connect exclusively, you're screwed, right?
Yeah, it's gone.
Because it's the Connect side of the Garmin that's down, right? I mean, I learned of this really honestly yesterday when I was out with, not going to mention his name, Big Sexy, running. He asked me if I was affected. I'm like, I haven't used it. So it has been affected 0.
Yeah. But if you're Strava actually started putting out a how-to about how to upload your file. So you just have to connect your device to something that shows on a computer, then you can send it out. But
And then you can do it.
yeah,
Okay.
so-
Okay.
but
Just another first world problem.
it's first world. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's like,
Absolutely. Now we were. I was personally, because you know how I look at this kind of stuff, but I was noticing that it was causing, in the big scheme, it does seem like there are individuals that are stressed out that they cannot get their
hell
run,
yes.
and I'm thinking,
You did it.
yeah, you did it. Why do you need to?
Uh-oh.
You don't need
We
to.
have more than one studio audience.
did.
Have enough.
You don't have to. I mean, if you don't get published, but you did it. It's already done.
But you know, there's the people that say if it's not on Strava, you didn't do it.
They mean it.
That's yes.
The ones that say
mean
that
it.
do mean it. Yes.
they do. So that's like, okay.
Yep.
Easy.
But I would say this. I uploaded some stuff manually. I was curious about what
I've
you're
been
like.
doing that for years.
Well, yeah, but it's like
What are we talking
What are we
about?
talking about? Yeah.
there's stuff like in my watch back to like way in May.
Hey,
So I don't know how long, what the push out time is, right? How much storage is on
Before
your
it starts
device,
kicking them
right?
out. Yeah.
But it's like, you know, people are freaked out. Their stuff isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
No.
So
y'all need Jesus.
Well, I mean, it becomes an addiction too. I mean, there's a good side to tech, but there's a bad side to tech too. Because if you're married to it, I mean, that defeats the purpose a little bit.
It does.
Hey. Yeah. I'm like,
Yay, freight train's here. Woo woo. Well, I'll get y'all's thoughts now that freight's here and everything.
double capacity here.
It
today.
is.
Yeah, we've got 4,000 people watching internationally.
We do have 4,000. And
No question.
what are your guys' thoughts on? Look, I do not. Y'all know I don't wear a watch. It's not a just. I don't
It's
do
the
it.
two-hand thing that messes you
Well,
up.
it
Right?
just throws me for a loop.
Yeah.
I don't do it whenever we're running. If I continuously look at it, oh, that's not the pace I want to beat.
Mhm.
But it was not conducive to my running. I know you guys do like the watches. What do you think of the pros and cons? For me, the pros is I run off of feel. I run off of me. I don't worry about time or anything like that. But for the con, I have no idea when I go out for a training run because and if I go to Oak Mountain, I'll know. If I go to Red Mountain, something like that, there's times when I finish, I have no idea. How far did you run down? I have a fucking clue.
2 hours.
Yeah, I
Hour.
ran time wise, roughly. I left the car at this time. I got back to the car at this time. But that is kind of a con because I don't really know what mileage I'm doing. With you guys, do you see pros and cons? Do you see the pro of you can track all your stuff, but it's also a con because you're married to it, or
yeah. So
what-
I think that's exactly the issue, right? There's some balance point.
There's a balance point.
And-
Exactly.
And it really depends on now if you're a pro athlete, your job is to run fast. You're a fool not to have your data captured and analyzed and sifted through by your coach so you can perform optimally, right?
Yep. Okay.
I didn't feel good, but it's like someone like us, it might become a burden. Like your watch starts running your life, right?
It does.
That's where you got to stop. Say, I want some data from my watch, but you're not the boss of me.
And
right?
use it constructively.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
not the boss of me, right? So that's where people get out of balance, man. It's like, whoa.
Well, this is the question I posed to the cohort here earlier when we were talking about what we're going to talk about today. Is 9.8 miles the same as 10 miles if you're married to your watch?
It is to me.
I don't think your body, and my thing was, I don't think your body knows if you ran, hey, I got to run 10 miles today, but you ran 9.8 and you did that consistently on race day, your body wouldn't know that you robbed
On a
yourself.
hot day, you're pulling hills.
Your body wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, that's an inconsequential thing.
My-
That some people but there's some point you got to cross the line, right? You
There-
can't stop short and say, "Oh, okay, I'm good."
Well, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, race, yeah,
Yeah,
that's different. What do you think, Woo Woo?
Well, when I started running, I would do good to get a quarter mile, and so for me, I like to look down and go, I went 5 miles today, I went 6 miles
Mhm.
today, and that's my motivation. That's
See, that's good. That's constructive.
yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
You're
Yeah,
mapping how far.
you're mapping how far you're achieving. That's good.
because I mean that's what does it for me. I go, whoo, I get a little thing from it, and I like that.
But if you didn't have it, now that where you're at now, you don't have it, doesn't work, and you get 5-ish miles, you're good, right?
It's more of an inconvenience than anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be as big a deal, but I want to run somewhere where I knew the number, where I've done it before. I know the number. It's written down somewhere. I know the number because the number is what does it for me.
I never thought. I would have never see. For me, I would have never thought that way. I like.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that it's not that I'm critical. It's not that I'm using it for training. It's my motivation. I see the number. Anytime I see the number, I just, whoo, it excites me a little bit. It makes me want to come back and run tomorrow.
Oh.
So
that's a pro.
That's an absolute pro. Now grab the book, if you
The
would.
book.
The book. That's Beth's book.
This is low tech right here.
That's how she
Because-
tracks.
But what would happen if people that get married to their watches and Strava and all that? What if happened if everything got wiped out right now? Right now, would it cause stress in your life? Well, not this one, because because you've done it all.
But if you
But
if you
your
couldn't go back
complete
to it, what
history
it's-
is gone. Like it's gone forever.
Well, but it's like
Not even
to me,
Elon can catch it back.
That's fleeting. Like all of us have like stuff before it, right? At least I do. It's like I did a bunch of stuff that never was on anything other than the Timex, maybe, right?
Yeah.
So okay,
And that's where that
you
is.
can lie your ass off about that, right?
Yeah.
But you can't, that stuff is out there, right? You can't particularly lie about that.
That's
But I'm positive there would be people jumping off bridges.
Yes.
But now this is
Yeah.
where my mentality kicked in.
Oh dear.
When I went through and looked at that book, there are notes in there. There's little pictures. There are that's full of memories.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
can go.
This is what Mama uses. She writes down because she
Well, just show that one.
Yeah.
Just like show.
Yeah. She has this plain Jane little
It
book.
just,
and she
it's a
just
picture
goes,
that says "I love mommy."
Yep.
So it's a memory that's drawn up
and that was
in there.
a long time ago.
And what I was looking at was Strava. Strava doesn't have that. Strava doesn't have, or Garmin Connect for me doesn't have that a memory associated with it. Now, if you get some pictures, we've all done some trips, and I think the Georgia Loop or things like that, there were some pictures taken that were kind of attached, and that will spark a memory of, oh, I remember, and that will bring back. But if you just go, here's my map, and that's it, it may not bring back a great memory 2 years from now.
Yeah, but that's what they're trying to capture, that emotion with the comments and the pictures,
Comments
and
is
stuff like that, right?
social media
Okay.
kind of thing. Yes.
So, and they'll go with, well, gosh, you can find this easily, but lots of people can find it easily, right? So it's not a personal thing anymore, unless you change your settings. But
Right.
it's out there in the world like to see, right?
Yep.
Unless you hide stuff, though.
Yeah.
Which is actually, I'm more concerned about what information of mine is being accessed by the people.
That's not Amazon, Google, or
Well, no, that this ransomware
that
stuff
they're
that's
owning
kicked
this
in.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that
not
was
just
it.
Big Brother knows where you've been. Somebody else now knows where you've
Yeah,
been.
that's a little bit. That was a little bit different.
So that's like,
And piggybacking on the Garmin outage thing, we were kind of looking at the difference between having a plan and, well, maybe having a different, the difference is not the right terminology. Let's look at the pros and cons, the differences of having a plan and no plan. Whether that's going to the gym, because going to the gym without a plan,
Yeah.
I did that for a long time, and I know a lot of other people probably do
Walk
as
in
well.
and it's like, well, I guess he's doing that. I'm gonna do that today.
No
purpose.
No purpose, none at all. And I did numerous months over in the desert. You could either lay in your bed or go do something. I would go to the gym and go, my little elliptical thing looks all right, or I don't know, back and buys. I've always heard that. It's back and buys. Same approach to running.
This guy can help with that.
Absolutely can. But that also goes into running. Plan, no plan.
Yeah.
But there's a huge difference.
You have to have a plan. Yes.
Do you?
Yes. You have to have some. Well, I don't know if you say a plan, maybe a goal. You have to achieve.
But a plan and a goal is two different things.
Produce work. Because you can produce, you go walk 2 miles, but you're getting ready for a half marathon or a 50K or an ultra. But you have to have some sort of a plan to achieve
a goal.
Betterment.
I don't dispute that, but you got to remember my feeble mind. My feeble mind. This is how I got into Pinhoti. Robbie Watson sent me a message, and Robbie said, I just signed up for Pinhoti. Okay. So I went into Ultra Sign Up, and I signed up for Pinhoti in 2018. After about a month of Robbie talking to me, Robbie sent me all the aid stations and the miles in between. He said it would make me feel better. Because I didn't have a clue. I'd never run on the Pinhoti. I didn't know where the start was. I didn't know where the finish was. I didn't know where. I didn't know. I had no idea. I knew I wanted to run 100. Pinhoti had always been there. And I went in. My plan was, y'all, my group, my running group. We're running 20 today. We're running this today. We're doing that. We're doing this. I go to the gym. You're like, you need to be stronger. We need to do this. We need to do that. So in a roundabout way, my plan was to have others smarter than me. That's how it worked out. That's my mentality that goes in. I am not it's Saturday. You're running 27 miles today. No, I'm not, because I don't feel like it. So I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan.
But you put the work in. That was your
I
plan
put the
to
work in, but I don't have a
regimented plan.
I do not have a regimented plan. I don't like it. It doesn't work for me.
And that's the thing, with something like that, a regimented plan gets in the way sometimes.
It
right?
does. That's why I was about to bring that up. Yes.
But some people need it, right? If they're not going to go out and just hang out and run, you need some guideline, right?
Somebody needs something. Some people need very structured. I've got to do this today, do this today, do this today, or mentally they're out.
So it comes down to the individuals. What it comes down to.
There's another factor. So if DC's goal was to run Pinhoti under 24, you might have had to need to do some strategery, right?
I might have stepped it up and done some strategery.
Right. Yeah, but but I want to go do this, which is the doing the thing is what you want to do.
Right.
You achieve that, right? So there's nothing. That's great.
Yeah.
You felt happy the whole time. Well,
not the whole time.
Not during the whole time.
Not
But it was the same thing for you with Leadville. Leadville was once in a lifetime. I'm just going to do it, right?
Yeah.
But it was a life-changing experience. You went in with a plan, though.
Yeah.
See, you had our mindsets on some things are dead nuts on. On some things, we are the opposite end of the spectrum. When it comes to training, Jack's a different person. If y'all have never met Jack, he is the nicest, greatest guy on the planet. But unless he's in training mode, and then Jack is in a different mindset.
Yeah, it's like other studio audiences. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a dick other times.
Well, I wasn't going to throw that out there. We got 4,000 people watching. I wasn't going to throw that out there to let.
We're international. There's like
But,
7
you know-
people around the world watching this right now.
There are. I mean,
I'll just say this: like, it's certainly when all our Paloma group said they're going to go to support me. You got a little like, it's like something on your shoulders, like
there is a little
I
weight
couldn't
on, and I never thought about
I
that.
could not imagine the car ride home if I'd have stopped at like Twin Lakes or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
That'd have been so. I mean, not to the car
Oh,
ride
God.
home, right? Just think about that, right?
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, it was like-
I had never thought about that
I
either.
thought about
The
it.
amount of shit that Jack would have caught.
I
Hey,
thought-
y'all want to stop and run? Can you do it, pussy?
yeah, yeah. So it was like I was
I never thought about
I
that.
was well aware of that sort of like specter of it. And you got people out there like taking week vacations, like you cannot like
That's a great motivator too.
yeah, it's just like you know what? This is gonna happen, people. This is happening.
No, yeah.
Nothing's getting in the way.
Yep, and that atmosphere is conducive to you finishing. I that is one thing that I have that I saw firsthand, that atmosphere, even from the speech at the beginning, I commit, I won't quit. I mean,
Yeah, they got a
that
church-
puts you.
they got
yeah.
a church going there. Now I have to get off that sort of like thing for a second. House, when you have people come in, how many of your people just want like, I want this plan. Tell me what I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do next?
Yeah, well, a lot of people want that plan. It was like, was that guy? Yeah,
That's why I started going to Mike.
because you have to know what you're going to do next.
No, I didn't want to have to. I'm not a planner, so it would not be a me going to the gym.
Mhm.
Doesn't produce results because I don't know,
Mhm.
and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna put the research and time into like you have.
Okay.
You already know all
Yes.
that,
And I'm
So the
looking
reason
for a
why I walk
desired
into the
effect.
gym
Yes,
and
I'm
the
looking. Yep, go ahead.
and that's why I walk into the room with you. You have all the training. You have done all the thought process, and you can go, here you go. Today, this is what we're doing. And you're very mindful. I go 3 days a week, and you're very mindful that we don't duplicate efforts all the time.
No.
It's a different body part. My mind doesn't work that way. That's why. So if you guys
That's
are
why you have a guy.
Yeah.
have a guy, that's right.
But
Yes.
yeah, House probably also talked to you about what do you want to, why are you here, man?
What's the end game?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Why are you here, right?
Yeah.
Besides
Yeah.
being hanging
Because
out
there's
with
several
guys.
different things you can do at the gym. We're not just hanging out. Well, we do hang out at the gym some afterwards. Just
But
so you
the
know.
thing is when you go to a gym, you don't have to have a plan, but a lot of what you're paying for, a lot of what you go for, is the plan. You go to somebody that knows more than you that can help you along. That can work
Yeah.
on that. Somebody takes care of the planning for you.
And I'm just not there for that hour. I take time. Like when y'all leave today, I sit down with my little notebook and I think about everybody, what they've been through last week. I plan a week in advance. I don't do a month in advance. I don't have this like set, hey, we're going to work on this. There's people that do like, we got 60-day challenge. No, I go week by week because everybody's weeks change. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Everybody's weeks change, and that's awesome. You do that because you're more responsive to the people
Yes.
that
And I'm looking for a desired effect that week. I can do the same movement, but I can change the time aspect or I can change the quantity aspect.
right.
Yes,
All right.
to get the desired effect. Having a special moment of there.
They are.
Yes.
The gallery's having a
Yes.
special moment.
Yes.
Just slide it all the way forward, Jack. I mean,
We're
just come
gonna-
another fucking foot, and you'll be all right.
We're gonna meet for time it.
I think I'm gonna
Okay.
move a little back.
I
The
know.
sign,
Him
yeah.
and Matt got this damn like
But-
sexy thighs, buddy. Can't lay off that shit.
But plan or no plan, I want to go out on this though. Plan or no plan, I'll get love you. I think that we all have the same thought process and that's to keep moving. Right? Doesn't matter plan or no plan. You want to keep moving on a consistent basis, whether it is 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 7 days a week. That's all that. And, we're going to go back, thinking about keep moving. We're going to kind of go back to one of the things that we used to really hammer on, and we've kind of let slide a little bit. That's what we want from individuals.
Mhm.
We want people to
Put
walk to the
work in.
mailbox. Instead of stopping at your mailbox, there are people that pull in and they stop at their mailbox, reach out, and then they drive down their driveway. Why don't you drive down the driveway and walk back?
Yeah.
Just get a little bit right there
Yeah, or not park by the front of the door, park in the back of the parking lot.
and walk from there.
Yes.
But the object is, no matter where you're at, no matter your level, everybody starts somewhere. We've said this a million times. You hear us talk about the amount of miles, the distances, things like that we've committed to and ran. Don't get caught up on that. Get caught up on the fact that we all started at a quarter mile. Right? Started
Yeah.
quarter mile.
I started from there to there.
Okay. Mike started at 200 yards. Everybody starts somewhere. It's the commitment level that changes your life. It is I want to do something about my current situation. And if that is walking from the back of the Walmart parking lot, if that is, I'm going to grab a Granny Smith apple instead of a pecan swirl. Whatever it is.
If that is, well, I got here to Home Depot an hour early. I'm going to go ahead and walk 3 miles in the parking lot instead of looking at Facebook for an hour.
Yes.
Yeah. It's simple things like that people that they just don't realize.
Yeah.
And that's a life experience that you just talked about, correct? That you didn't tell.
I walked 2.4 miles this morning in 45 minutes waiting for Home Depot to open. And I've got it on Strava.
Oh, so it counts.
It counts.
Can you elaborate on that? I mean, just look. The only reason why I asked you to, elaborate is the internet wasn't down,
No.
so the internet could have told you what time Home Depot opened. So can I ask in 2020? Just please let me finish my thought. In 2020. How did you, one of the most intellectual people I know, arrive to Home Depot an hour early with so many devices at your fingertips that could have told you what time the doors actually open and would allow your ass inside?
Okay, it's worse than that.
Huh.
They open at 6 o'clock Monday through Saturday. On Sunday, it's not till 8. I left my house at 10 minutes to 6. Got there, realized they weren't open, and went and got breakfast, came back, and then I still had 50 minutes to kill. I got there like 10 after 7.
Where did you go get breakfast at?
It wasn't Jesus
Why
chicken.
has it got to be that way?
So, why didn't you come run with us? We started running at the same time.
He had a
Not
job
me.
to do at Home Depot.
I mean, my alarm went off at 4 this morning, and I turned it off. And then I heard the phone start going off at like 5:15.
And he turned it off.
And then I was like,
Overslept, but no.
I'm just saying, I grabbed an opportunity.
There you go. Opportunity. Yes. You did not waste time. You
All right,
put in
yes.
the
I
work
don't know
because you
how
grabbed the
supporting your
opportunity.
point turned into an attack on me.
it's not an attack on you. It was
felt
just
like an
question.
attack
was
on
very-
It's not. We love you.
It was very successful because he grabbed an opportunity.
That's what we were getting at. You grabbed an opportunity,
Yes.
What I was trying to do, I was trying to support you.
and you did.
That's what I get.
Yes.
We love you,
Still
but
right.
that grab an opportunity, no matter how insignificant
That's-
somebody may think it is, grab that opportunity. I look at it this way. I'm going to go to the Walmart Supercenter.
Bless
And-
you.
Not me. I'm saying if somebody says they're going to the Walmart Supercenter, but I'm going for cheese. I need a shredded cheese. Park on the garden end.
Mhm.
Walk in, all the way over, and walk back.
I think you should do it for time.
Oh, and do it for time. Start
Be
to
about your business. Yes.
move, bitch. Got cheese to get.
Not necessarily. Don't get
Run,
married. Don't
run,
get married
full
to your
speed.
watch. Yes.
Well, that's
You
true. Don't get
put
married
in
to
the
your watch,
work.
but Freight's got a good thing.
Work is force times distance.
That's right. So walk and do it. If you are competitive and you have that watch, fuck, pink. Let's see
Well,
how long.
So we could take it farther. It's like, hey, stop doing some watermelon squats.
Oh, yeah, grab watermelon. Yeah,
Burpees.
little kettlebell squat.
Goblet squat.
Well,
Yeah.
Watermelon.
You go. We could
Well,
you start
with-
trending like inside the Walmart.
Well, with the
Times like
COVID
craziness,
though,
right?
as soon as you buy that, touch that
dude,
watermelon,
with
you're
the
bought it.
COVID, with your mask on, 4 times with some watermelon squats.
Hell yeah.
Well, see, that could be.
I'm just saying.
a
I mean,
benefit
we
of
could
the
really
COVID.
turn this.
The mask.
That the mask could be
a
because
little CO2 tolerance.
Okay, but
Just
you
for free?
You just developed a plan, though.
Okay,
Right there, you
everybody
just
has a
developed
plan. He says he doesn't have a plan, but he has a plan because he's going to put work in throughout the week. Now he doesn't schedule his plan. Like,
well, no.
well, he does.
Well, what's the hold on? Can I ask
Okay,
a difference? What is the difference between a plan, but yet scheduling days that you're going to run and all that? Not I'm doing this many miles. Okay, Beth says that on this day, and this day, I'm going to go walk or run.
Mhm.
There's no mileage set. There's no tempo set. There's nothing. Now she schedules a time frame that she's going to be doing something.
Mhm.
Now, what is the difference between that and a plan?
It's a continuum, man.
Yes.
Right? It's like there's some people need specific times and things like that. Other people, if you don't do it this time, it's not going to
It'll
happen.
happen.
Because of their schedule.
Because there are other things in their life, right? Like picking up kids, work, whatever. So the time I can do this is now, right? Or whatever that
Mhm.
time is. So that's where, so you get too loose, if you will. Sometimes you don't get it in because like, well, I was going to do it today, but I had to get the kids. Then we're soccer
But if you
practice.
schedule, I've got this hour.
Yeah.
I'm going to get work done in this hour. I'm not going to get this much work done. Exactly the difference.
Right. But so and there's like, and that's to be particular about things depends on your personality, right?
Yes.
How much of that you need. And it's like DC needs very little. Other people, I suspect Cheeky would need a lot, right? Our friend Cheeky would need considerable.
He's very regimented on.
Considerable,
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, and he's like, that's how he does
how
our
he
spreadsheets
functions.
and stuff. He's like,
Oh, but it dead nuts on. Like when we do spreadsheets, I'm like, can you do an Excel spreadsheet? Yeah.
Already
Give
did.
Give me about give me
It's
about
done.
give,
It's
give me
done
about
now.
6 minutes. And Cheeky's like, here. In the amount of time you guys are running your mouths, here it is. I'm like, fuck. But with that, him to took him, but that's why he went to Leadville. And
We didn't take him. He rode with him.
well, that's true. He showed up on his own, but his bringing that to, I remember bringing that to Leadville. That was a different experience than I've had before. He knew what times. Remember, we could sit. We would go back to the cabin. And okay, Jack said maybe we should leave now. She was like, man, we got 20 minutes, and he was on though. But he was on, and he was there.
But the thing is it's important to have a plan. It's not as important to be the planner. But if you're not the planner, you need to know who can make the plan. You have House to make the plan. Jack had Cheeky to make the plan.
Yeah.
Just so he had a plan, because with a plan things work.
That you know what, I can't argue that. So I guess honestly and truthfully, the plan versus no plan, I don't think that there really is I think everyone has a plan.
You
Well,
have.
you know,
a
I don't
plan
think there's
of
no. I don't
some
think there's something
sort.
as no plan. I think you guys have taught me into
No,
it.
there-
Everyone has a plan.
I will say this: there's some degrees to that because I like to call it deep end jumping. When you jump into something you got no business doing, but you've done it, you're in.
Yeah.
If you survive that, you got a bunch of stories. You got it, but it's like
You do have
I'm not-
stories.
I'm
Your
not-
plan can be as detailed as I'm starting and I'm gonna finish. That's it. Somehow,
but it's like, but
what
you know,
happens in between there is
I think
spaghetti.
almost everyone who does a deep end jump says, there's a better way."
There is a better way.
Right? If I want to do this anymore, I'm going to revisit like my whole little strategy stuff.
Because the first thing they do across the line is go, how could I have made that better?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. How can I have enjoyed
How could I
this?
have arrived here better, feeling better than I do right now?
You found your koozie.
No.
Mm.
I
It's
did
a
not.
it's a borrowed koozie.
It is a borrowed koozie.
Look.
Tabitha, I need one of these. Please.
Sponsorship opportunity.
Tabitha.
Kevin, we met you last Wednesday. Manager at Good People. Great guy.
He is a great guy.
Yes.
It was on the mountain biker.
He
Mhm.
was the mountain biker.
They gave us tacos.
He was a fellow
yes,
bearded one.
and gave us tacos. Did you have one of those? God
Oh,
damn, they
Oof.
were good.
that was a great thing about last Wednesday. Wednesday Night Lights happens it's now at 6 for most. It starts at 6. Some people jump the gun a little bit here lately, but they make it back. Most.
Yeah, yeah. I like it's a group run. Let's all meet at 6 and run together. I like that. That's kind of why we've done that.
Before we get away from plans completely, can I tell you what
Yes.
I mean? I plan on, when I go to work, I'm right there by Oak Mountain, and I plan to go run. And in the middle of the day, I know I'm going to go run, and I know I'm going to try to leave 4-ish, probably before. And I've got till they close at 8 right now.
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, how long do I have? How much can I get? And I start thinking about that around 10, 11 o'clock. And I usually get pretty down around lunch, and I'll pull my map out and I go, I'm going to run here and here and here and here. And then that's my afternoon, is making sure I get enough done that I can leave when I want to, so that I can go to Oak Mountain and go here and here and here and here. And it's exciting for me to know I'm going to do that. I leave with a smile on my face.
So you're saying that you're training in your personal life because you want to be successful in your running and all that. So your training in your personal life has gone over into your work life, and that has made you more productive in your work environment.
I get it done faster.
It makes him more efficient, so he can get out
More
of there.
efficient.
So he can
More
so he can
efficient,
go. Yes.
yeah.
I say that, but what I was thinking is individuals that have drive and they have a need to succeed. It doesn't matter if it's running. It doesn't matter if it's the gym. It doesn't matter if it's walking to the fucking mailbox.
Mhm.
If you have that drive, if you want to succeed in something, that will correlate over into your work life, your personal life. It's one and the same, correct?
Okay. Well, let's
Absolutely.
talk about drive. That brings up a great point. Talking about scheduling and planning. So, like right now, you have no plan for any event.
Yeah,
That
I don't.
doesn't change your drive because you're a driven person, right?
I am a driven person, but it does not change my drive. But
Exactly.
It does change my habits.
Okay.
And this is why.
Mhm.
I do not have a race. There's nothing in front of me.
Scheduled.
Nothing. And now I know Blood Rock. I want to do Blood Rock.
Mhm.
And that's December.
Mhm.
So right now, I won't lie to you. I'm not in the best of shape.
You'll take days off because you don't have anything
I have
scheduled.
nothing.
You don't have a
So
target.
getting up this morning to run with Jack and everybody when my alarm went off, I wanted to go spend time with Jack and Matt, Cheeky, and everybody and go run at 5:30. I had all intentions. I did positive stuff yesterday. Not drinking, nothing. Went to bed, getting up. When my alarm went off at 4, I turned that son of a bitch right off. And then at 5:15, when my phone started going off with Alan saying, I'm on my way, I'm this, I'm that, I was like, oh, shit. Didn't get me out of bed. I just sent a text. Y'all have fun.
But that's
If-
you have a minimal long-term plan.
I do, but if I had something on the plate,
But here's the
if
thing.
I had something,
Very
if I
few
had
people
something in front of
that
me,
has nothing on the plate will have that drive.
Yeah. But and your long-term goal, that's of no consequence.
Exactly.
The sleep is probably good, man.
right,
Yeah.
right. But if I had something on the docket, I'm different.
Yeah, but I would say this though. This is a different topic. But even if you were like 8 weeks out and you're tired and we still had to run and you felt like sleeping, sometimes
Sleeping is good.
Sometimes sleep,
yeah,
rest
sometimes
is.
sometimes it's like, okay, yeah, I got this schedule. Guess who's not doing it?
And guess what? That one day is not going to blow your
No.
schedule.
It's really not. It's not going to blow your
No, it's
schedule
not.
up.
It's- That's the thing.
Okay, I left today. I was on the trail and I wanted to get 17. I got 8.
Yeah.
And 17 was a soft goal, but I got 8 and I went, you know what? This doesn't feel like training. This feels like I'm beating myself up.
Yeah, same thing. So God,
I'm here to help.
when
Give me
we
a hug.
went yesterday, I got it out of my system. If y'all just saw that, when we went yesterday, we did the Blue Balls route, as it's called, and then we dropped into backcountry. It was hot, it was humid, and it's rough, absolutely rough.
Summer conditions.
July and
Summer
the
conditions,
South.
yeah, South in Alabama. We went back out. I made it to Freight Trains Hill. That's FTH. It's FTH. If y'all don't know what FTH means, I'll tell you real quick. It means fuck this hill. I'm going to chase a rabbit for a second. 2 years ago, the reason this hill got its name, this is backcountry at Oak Mountain. We are all going. There's probably 5 or 6 of us.
I just told my dad this story.
Okay. So you can help me out if it's anything wrong. There are 5 of us, 5 or 6 of us going up this hill in backcountry. We've already done four climbs.
Wait. Can I stop?
Yes.
Up to this point, we were doing a preview run for the Ridge to Blazing Ridge,
Yep.
and I knew we were doing 4 hills at Oak Mountain that we have bothered to give names to, and I had never done those hills, and so I had been pestering DC. Hey, does this hill have a name? Does this hill have a name? The entire time.
And we would give names to the hills. And we got to this one hill, and Freight said,
Does this hill have a name?
and I said, no. And Freight Train said, well, fuck this hill. And 2 years later, everyone in this area knows it as FTH.
Like this hill.
Fuck this hill. So just so y'all know, sometimes when shit
Infamy
gets
lives on.
infamy lives. So just so y'all know, when y'all are like, how did this get its name? I bet it's a great story. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's just a grown man going, I'll burn this motherfucker to the ground.
Where's that blue cutoff at?
Yeah. And speaking of FTH,
COVID. Excuse me.
that's where Matt and I got on Saturday. I know where Blue's at from there. Matt's like, I was trying to do a 50K, and then I was going to do this, and I was going to do that. I'm like, you can go catch Jack and Alan, because my little narrow ass is cutting right through there. So I look up, and guess what?
Was that your plan?
No, but it was when I got there. That was my plan. What's your plan? To say fuck this and cut right there. And guess who was right next to me? Fucking Matt.
Local legend, Matt.
The local legend.
I mean, and this is what I always try to tell people. You can't be a rock star every day.
Every day. That's right.
You know, Jack at Barkley. It's just, when does, this could be another topic, because I had this thought. When does pushing yourself, when does the benefit stop and harm start?
There's a fine line.
There is a fine line between this is benefiting me and I have crossed that line.
Mhm.
I hit that line on Saturday.
for Saturday.
And and what you had in front of you, like, which is, if you don't have anything in front of you, it's hard to be all like, hey, I'm killing this today.
Mm-hmm.
I hit that line a while ago. I spent 5 seconds going, you know what? This doesn't feel like training.
What are you
this
doing?
Feels like I'm beating myself.
You okay?
Where are you going?
You gonna go from up there?
I am going from up there.
This could be internet gold right here.
Well, it's gonna be gold.
It's gonna be gold because we're on a 12-foot ladder. 12 foot?
12-foot ladder.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And
On the last step that they condone.
he is being safe.
He's-
Yeah, he is being safe.
Got the stream going, baby.
Yes. And you can probably hear it with this great speaker we have. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, today I spent
Just so you know, I've been looking at this since we sat down thinking I can pee from up there.
In fact, you
Can take him nowhere.
goals.
Goals. That's another goal. See? He's goal driven.
goal driven.
Better than a dog.
I was hoping to get more distance, but
Yeah.
the height was good.
Well, you can only do what you can do.
I think
Yeah,
the wind is
you know what I'm
actually
saying?
blowing this way. And you don't do
then I
that.
did good then.
Oh yeah.
You can only do what you can do, if you know what I mean. I mean, just,
I wish we could have shared that with all of y'all. Would have been nice, but I'm pretty sure Facebook and some other people would have been. Would have been.
on the next.
Yeah. My mom watches this, so she's probably thinking that's my son peeing from a ladder on the internet. 6,000 people watching. She's probably proud.
international.
Internationally,
Could be 6.
well, we do. We
different
do.
continents.
Brian's still
That's
online. We are
hey,
international.
That's what that is. That's continents. That's not people.
Oh, that's continents.
Yes.
I doubt it.
Doubt it. Seriously.
There are 8 continents.
Yeah, we only got we got 7.
Seven.
We just
Seven.
got 7.
Are we down to
Seven?
7? Okay.
Yes.
Let me down.
8. Look at that.
8.
Look,
Holy
go pee
shit.
again. Go pee again.
The news is out. He's peeing from a 12-foot ladder. Shit, I got to see this Steve-O guy.
Not much happening in Antarctica right now.
Not
They're
much.
COVID free though.
They are. Oh shit, we're at 8.
Welcome to conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like, but having like, it's hard to push if you don't have a sort of set thing in front of you, right?
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
so let's
most
well
of-
then let's do this.
There's like 1%ers that don't have to have something in front of them. You have to have something in front of you, or just your
Okay.
mentality will go.
All right.
It doesn't have to be an event.
What can it be? Because we
Events make it
always tell people that they need to get out, they need to get moving, they need to do certain things.
Mhm.
If they don't have an event or they don't have something, do they have the motivation? Well, it's a life experience, right? Or it's a life change.
What could
I
be
would
something
encourage
as simple
everybody
as
to sign up for an event to see if it actually is a motivator for them. If it's not,
Yes.
if it's not, fine. But it could be.
But it could be as simple as going to work and I'm gonna walk up 3 flights of stairs and not have to stop.
Okay, so that's a
Yeah,
goal.
It could
So
be that simple.
it could
Yeah.
be that simple. It
Something you make up. Jason here talking about, hey, I like to see how many miles I went on my watch.
yeah.
Ta-da!
Ta-da.
But that's like,
But that was a goal for him because
I-
if you got 4, you were thinking, why can I get 5?
Yeah.
So if somebody says, hey, I walk to the mailbox, why can't I walk to my neighbors and say hi?
Yeah, or you can walk to the mailbox and not think you're dying. I mean, it could
also
be
set
that
segments
simple.
to that too.
Segments. You can make it a segment on your Strava if you want to.
That
Just
is
don't
true.
get
You
married
local
to it.
legend here to the
Well, just
mailbox.
don't get married to it. But on the same instance, we just want individuals to realize that it does not have to be a race. It does not have to be an event. It does not have to be something. But put your mind to, I'm going to lose 2 pounds. Or I'm going to go a half mile instead of a quarter mile. I'm going to I don't know. I'm gonna do.
I'm going to walk to work today.
I'm gonna
that's
walk.
really hard for where we
Well,
live.
it is, but I mean, I'm gonna walk to work today. I mean, we are international, so people could be right there by their work.
yes,
I'm gonna walk to
big
work.
cities. Yeah.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna get a bicycle and ride to work, and that's my goal is to start riding to work. Whether it is environmental, because some people may not have a fitness thing. It may be environmental that drives them. It may be I don't want to drive my car 4 miles round trip.
It could be.
I can go this, and my carbon footprint's gonna be smarter or smaller. Great. Because there is a huge benefit. Environment, your health, it's a win-win all the way around, right?
That's why New York is one of the greenest cities in the world, because it's so impractical to drive that most people walk.
Yeah, and on top of that, I just watched a documentary thing about London and all that, where they have green walls. Green walls they're taking these like your house there. Y'all can't see it, but your house, it's 30 foot, 35 foot tall. That's concrete in most big cities. And instead of it being concrete and absorbing heat, and they're putting these modular systems on, and they're putting plants.
Kind of like the
Cool.
Birmingham airport.
The Birmingham airport wall, but they're doing it outdoors.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
So it is.
plants, but it's like
Same idea.
Yeah, it is. It is 50 foot by 70 foot, whatever it is. But now instead of concrete wall, that's a modular system, and it's all plants. So it is dropping. It is dropping the temperature in the cities.
At least you're very aware of it.
It is O2,
You're welcome.
producing a lot of O2, eating up a lot of that CO2.
pretty.
There, yeah, and
it's
it is
visually
visually,
aesthetic, yes.
it's a visual aesthetic. So it's simple things like that. So whatever drives you, if it's that, do that. Just move, right? Just
Keep moving, because we've had what people online tell us that we've motivated them to keep moving. I had
Mhm.
somebody tell me this weekend that he started back because he watched us and with Kay, that weekend with Kay, however
Yep.
long ago that was. I said, "Oh, we get it. It doesn't matter how far you go, just keep moving." So now he's just 3 days a week. He's out doing something.
moving.
Period. I mean, look,
Mhm.
win.
Yeah, it's absolutely win. If he went from 0 miles a week to 15 miles a week, that's huge. If you go from, if you go from,
you like that, didn't you? Sorry. West Texas.
Better. That was
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
That
That's
was-
why he loves me
that's
so
the
much.
Cherry on top right there, man.
yeah,
He's very aware of how he speaks now. He can spell.
I can spell, except for the
next
word.
thing, I'm gonna teach him how to tell time.
Hey, I can spell except for the word definitely. And that one fucks me up to this day.
That's weird.
Yeah, definitely is one of those words.
Definitely.
You know what the problem with
I can say it, but you're like, spell definitely. Man, you can fuck off.
without,
I can spell.
we're on a tangent.
I can spell some great fucking words, but that ain't one of
So
them.
DC, you guys, like you guys are contemporaries. In school, do they still have spelling bees where you stood in line and spelled words, and if you got it wrong, you got out?
I don't know if they do it in general school, but they still have spelling bee. Yes.
So when I was in school, they did a lot of that stuff, right?
You had to go to the library. Everybody's standing in line, and then when you're out, you're out.
sucked.
Yes.
I got some skills. Spelling is not
Yeah.
one of them.
This one is no.
Yeah,
Which is
spell.
Which is crazy because that's like you want to get people to be better spellers, but you kick the worst spellers out at very first. Just like, you're out of here.
Yeah. So it doesn't. Yeah.
It's like
So by the third time you're up there, it's like spell outfitter. GOFUCK. Yourself, because I can't spell that.
Well, it's like that was a setup like back in the 60s and 70s where you think about it, you weren't really helping kids spell.
No,
You
No.
weren't. It's like-
no,
And
you
then
were making.
now, it
you
has
were
a red
making them
squiggly
feel-
line under it. Oh, that's wrong. Even though if it's somebody's name, well, I changed it. Why? Because it had a red squiggly line. But that's not how he spells his name. But it said it was wrong.
It said it was wrong.
The tech is bad sometimes.
Yes, sometimes it is.
You don't know about that. But yeah, I think we've come to the decision. It's like, even if you don't have a plan, you think there's some sort of nebulous plan, but it's how much you accept and need to hold on to it.
Yes.
Exactly. How
Yeah.
much you need to hold on to it.
Yeah.
You got a plan whether you say I got one or not. But it's like, that's fine.
Mhm.
You know, the woman who won Pinhoti last year, it's like close to my age. She's still running close to 20-hour hundreds. I saw an interview with her. I don't have a coach. Just put stress on me. It's like, I go out and run with my friends. I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Done.
There's going to be those people.
Yep.
There
There
gonna
are
be
those people.
She can get up. She goes, "What'd you eat today?" Oh, peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, I took some peanut butter with me. I ran 100 miles. You're like, what? I can't. It's fine.
Yeah. So thinking of diet,
But
you
she
know,
wasn't
let's.
beating anybody down about it either. She's like, "Oh, no, it's like, that doesn't work for me."
This is
Yeah.
what I do. That's right.
Yeah. And speaking of diet, do you guys change your diet for events, for races, and individuals that are looking, Mike, to change their diet? What are recommendations?
Well, not an RD. So I can tell you what works for me.
Okay.
I'm not a dietitian.
Yeah, not a dietitian. And I understand that individuals have different medical conditions and all that. There is a plethora of options to diets. I'll throw this out there before you do. I'll put, y'all can send me hate mail. I don't give a fuck.
It's not the hate mail.
I look at my diet as drunk DC and sober DC. Sober DC tries to stay close with my wife to keto.
Mm-hmm.
The cauliflower pizza crust, there's all that kind of stuff. I eat it. I don't care. I am of the mindset, though, if it comes out of the ground and God provided it, I can eat it in moderation. Okay? Now, drunk DC loves little frozen Totino's pizzas. Eat dog shit out of them. So it's, you know what I mean? There's that fine line. But what I was, jokes aside, I try to, my diet stays for the most part. If it comes out of the ground, I'll eat it. It's natural. Potatoes, mushrooms, carrots, things that are grown. I eat that.
Mm-hmm.
I stay away 100% from, this is the new fad. This is meatless meat. This is any processed stuff. I'll just say that. Any processed stuff, for the most part, I stay away from.
Well, see, my opinion on nutrition, it's one grand chemistry experiment anyway. Because keto might be excellent for you. Might not work for me. Might not work for that one. I think you tried it one time and then not such great for your performance levels, right?
No, it worked great. It worked. The one time I tried it, it worked great. I've tried it since then. It did not work well.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. If anybody loses a lot of weight and then say, "Hey, I know what works. I know what works," they were right for them.
Correct.
For the right thing.
Yep.
And that's the thing. It's not that everybody's wrong. It's that everybody's right.
Mm-hmm.
For them right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can pull from what you're talking about, eating from the earth, right?
Yeah. So what is your thoughts on that? Eating from the earth?
Well, I follow a couple people. Everybody has crushes on different celebrities and different
Zac
things.
Efron?
Like Zac Efron for you, and I don't
Anyway.
know who else these guys have. I follow
Zac
Brian
Efron?
McKenzie. I loved what he thinks as far as training and CO2 tolerance.
Okay.
And then the guy, Joe DeSena, started the Spartan race. The CEO of Spartan.
Yeah.
He's actually come out this week in his podcast with a challenge, and it's eat less processed foods for two reasons. Because it's more nutritious, and how much are we producing in garbage if everything is packaged here to get here to be packaged here, and then you
Oh,
have
that's a
everything in a
good point.
package. So why don't we eat whole foods? We eat whole. Now he goes to an extreme that I'm not there yet. He eats raw fruits and vegetables for his diet right now. So he goes to the store daily, if not every other day.
Okay.
Not there yet.
No,
but-
I'm not there yet, but I my mind is.
But if you look at it from more of great nutrition, I mean, if you have less byproduct from your food, your nutrition is going to be better.
Yes.
It's a great side effect.
And absolutely. And then, I never thought about it that way. The more shit that you're cutting plastic off of, think about it this way. The more shit you're cutting plastic off of,
Probably worse for your
it's
health.
probably worse for your health. So anything that you can get from the store and put it in your cart and take away without all that, that's probably better.
Now, can everybody do that? No.
No.
And there's like
I seen
four,
drunk DC cook connected sausage in the plastic.
and there's forces working against that, right? If you're the people
Drunk
that-
DC ain't here yet. You take that up with him.
hey guys, there's the people
Drunk
who-
DC and sober
to
DC, two different
process the
people.
foods, still want to process the foods, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna like lobby to make whatever convenience factors or other things that they're gonna tout. That's a battle to be fought, right?
Yes.
And I see the food thing almost the same way as training. There's a general like a notion about like you can do better, and sometimes I'm off wagon, and other times I'm like,
Yeah, dude, eating 30 nuggets and some fries before a big race, with you, that was all I was all over it.
But I will
But it
say,
was Jesus chicken, so
but like
Well, yeah, it's
having a
different.
strict diet stresses me out. It's
yes.
more than
And it's
like,
undue stress, probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Now
Everybody else in my house weighs their food.
can I go a little say almost it's not trying to be morbid.
We're going there.
Yeah.
We all know
We're
the
in.
outcome of this life. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody gets out alive.
not
From
not
day-
anybody I've met.
From day one, you're headed that way.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of
So what is it that drives us to try to be so mindful of what we eat, how we eat? And I think it's, for me, I have the mind thought, hold on, that's a shitty word of thing. Forward thinking.
Mm.
I have the forward thinking 30 years from now. Now, I didn't have this at 21. I guarantee you. At 21, I was fucking invincible. But now I have the forward thought. When did it change for y'all? When did your, I hate to use the word mortality, but when did that kick in for you guys? For what you eat?
Right now, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Glad
I'll
I
give
could
you
be
my
of
set-
us.
I'll give you my
God
set.
damn, this podcast is informational.
Kind of nerve.
Because I'll give you my center line on it, right? Who wants to go to see Old Faithful in a hover round?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Not
you know,
this guy.
No, I was like, you retire.
Excuse me?
You want to
Am I
go to
getting
places and do things and
too
shit,
close?
right?
You're encroaching.
Which means you want to be like, we set to have like work life of us and retire. You want to do stuff. You don't want to be in a damn wheelchair. You don't want to be in a motorized scooter. You want to go do things. How do you get that, right? You stay active and fit, and like, you're not going to jump up the mountain, but you can
don't
go,
have- yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And enjoy it on your own, which is like, that's a goal. And that should be most people's goals, I think. That, there's gonna be a day where you can't do it, right? Or with the-
Eventually.
Yeah.
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 But maybe
You
not.
want to be able to just to kneel down and pick up your grandkid.
See,
That's
that's what I look at. I just want
I
to
don't care if you did 100 miles. I don't care if you did a 5K. But hey, look, I can kneel down. Hey, got a baby.
I look at it as even more simplistic than that.
Mm.
You ever seen the movie Big Daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. When the young kids
Is it
following
like Amber?
Adam.
It's like Amber. Or, no,
Big
different movie.
Daddy. No, different movie. Big Daddy with Adam Sandler. and they come to take the kid away, the Child Protective Services. And as they're taking him away,
Okay.
the kid is screaming, "But I wiped my own ass. I wiped my own ass." I looked at that as that's a goal. Right?
Yes.
I mean, think about it. How old are you? 94. And I wipe my own ass. To me,
Winner.
that's a fucking win,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm in the early days of Facebook, when anybody you happen to know seemed to friend you, and that's where you wound up with most of your stuff. A girlfriend I had in high school, her dad friended me, which was weird because I'm not sure I've met the man in person even once.
That kind of girlfriend.
But it was the best, man. He has been the best. I mean, he's been inspirational.
Still there.
Yeah, because he talks about playing with her son, and they go and they camp in the woods, and they have boys' night out where it's just him and his grandson, and it is fantastic. And I've told him, I said, I want to be your grandson. I really do. And that's where I want to be one day.
It's the whole.
Yeah.
You're in charge of your own independence.
You are, and I think that that was the, just going back, that was the root of this podcast, was you and I talking and thinking out loud. We're not role models. You might be. I am not. But if we could just get anyone to think about what they're doing on a daily basis, and maybe walk to the mailbox and maybe do a crunch, because of you guys, I did one crunch today. I've never done a crunch. That was the motivation behind all of this.
I don't know. What about I always like to be optimistic and think you're never too late.
Yeah,
You're never too late.
Right.
never.
But there's a price to pay if you wait too late.
Well, there is a
Right.
cost if you wait. Yes.
Yeah. So if you can think you change your parameters by waiting late. You can never wait too late. But if you wait too late, your universe of change gets different.
Smaller.
Right. It's
Yep.
smaller, right? You can only make things so much better. And if you start earlier, so I think what Jack's saying is make a change.
Like now, just now,
Yeah.
like tomorrow.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Today.
Today, it doesn't matter your age. Make a change for you. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about your neighbor. Don't worry about anything else. Do it for you, because you are the one that lives with your life. Right?
Mhm.
So if you are committed and you make a change for yourself, you're the one that benefits. You're the one that gets to live with your change.
Mhm.
No one.
Well, your family gets it. There's other.
Well, your family does benefit from it as well. If you keep
yeah.
yeah.
There's a multiplier there, right?
that, there is. You're right. It goes back to the I wipe my own ass.
It's great side effects. It's what it
Yes.
is.
The grandkids get it. There's
Yeah.
other people get the benefit from your success.
That's true.
Well,
100%.
and besides the benefits that derive directly from you, there is the benefit. I have thanked the coach of the gym we go to, that because sorry, I'm not with Mike,
Yeah. Okay.
but I have thanked her because my kids will grow up with parents who are athletic, who are trying,
Mhm.
and I did not. And I think that'll be important, and because of that, they're athletes, and my grandkids are going to grow up with athletes for parents.
Correct. And that's going to be a great next
Th-
podcast, because we can
that
start
is
on that right there.
Oh,
and we'll be here
man,
for
can
a
we do-
long time.
Yeah. Because I'm the same route. Jack, did you grow up? And we'll chase a rabbit from it.
Yeah.
Will your family?
Fuck no.
No, my parents were not, and nothing bad. It's
When I was a kid, you went to play something. There were maybe other kids in bleachers. your parents were not there.
Yeah.
They were,
And-
if you were doing something, it's like, go ahead, man.
Mhm.
Have at
And
it.
this is not a stab at my parents, but they were not athletic people. Now they supported, but they were not athletic people. And I never, that's a great thing. I mean, you made a choice and your kids are going to be completely different. They're raised in an athletic home. They're athletes.
Absolutely.
And that's most likely going to go down to
and
their children.
and that's because the change that me and my wife made is not that my kids were born to parents who were athletes,
Y'all
But-
changed.
but we changed and they changed. And now the cool thing is going to be is it when I have
Yeah,
grandkids,
we have 3 in the studio audience now.
if I have
on
grandkids,
all 7
that
continents.
their parents
Yep,
will be
we're
athletes.
still on. Still on. Yeah. Hey,
Going for a while.
Oh, you want to get in here?
No, I'm good.
for
Are you sure?
111 so far.
Get a picture with your bug.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, we can get a picture with the book. There is the book.
You should get a picture of the book.
Garmin going down has not bothered me a bit. It dates back to 2015. That's kind of cool.
We had that. Yeah, we had that talk. Yeah, it goes back to 2015. It's memories, not just running.
3 years.
It's like my mama gave me that book.
Yeah.
She's not with us anymore. You know?
Yeah, see, that's pretty
Kinda cool.
cool. Yeah, that is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were just talking about how we did not grow up in athletic families,
Mhm.
and Freight was pointing out
Let's say active instead of athletic. Say active.
active. Apologize, active.
Well, I mean, semantics.
No,
but
it's
still, yeah,
semantic,
still-
but it is, yeah,
It is different.
it is different. Active families. Freight and Morgan had made a change, and that 100%, I mean 100% affected his 2 daughters, and now they are. I'm going to change the terminology because they are athletes,
That's fine.
and now they are going to take that athlete mentality to their children. So when somebody thinks, "Oh, I can't change the next generation," or "I can't," you absolutely can change the next generation. It doesn't have to be with the gym or running, but you absolutely change the next generation with your mentality, 100%.
Mhm.
And I think that's why you have Boston, you have Comrades, you have Yonkers, New York, Pikes Peak. You have marathons and you have these events that have been around since the 1960s.
I mean, my mom ran. Like many of my childhood evenings were spent at the Shades Valley YMCA, sitting at the picnic table while my mom ran loops. She played tennis the morning my little sister was born.
Mhm.
I mean, and my dad, the Sertoma Run, which is like old school back from the 80s in Birmingham. He was the
remember that
organizer of the Sertoma Run. I've got T-shirts
Yeah.
upstairs
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Sertoma.
Iron Jacks.
Like,
Might have been
I
there.
handed out water at the Sertoma
Yeah,
half.
see?
You got your results a month later, man.
A month
Yeah.
later, yes,
Back
in the mail.
Nice.
In
Back
the
in
mail.
In the mail.
Yep.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you can't like. Oh
Uh-huh.
no,
In
it's
the what now?
mail. Mail. Yes,
No.
snail mail.
Mm.
Snail mail,
Well,
not
the
email.
first 5K week, or I ran in. I mean, that was when I was what? I was like 7, 8 years ago. Old school in Montevallo. You had to hook your there was a lady at the finish line with
With
a
the-
thing, and
with
you
the
had to
bib
pull
hook.
it off and put part of
That's
your
what that
bib
little
on.
hole is in the bibs.
Uh-huh.
People don't
It
know
has
when
a
you just take it off. Yeah, he's,
pour
and he
off
came in.
Uh-huh.
And at the end, they'll go, he's first, he's second,
Yep.
he's third.
Yep.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
real.
So he
But
can
I
like
didn't start
sneak in
running
on
till I was
somebody and get
40.
right in front of him. Yeah.
I mean, 7, 8 years ago.
Oh,
So I ran my first half marathon.
How old are you
when
now?
I was 40. Well, the year I turned 40, so 39.
Jack showing the
was
Crocs with no
30
fucking tread.
30 half marathons ago.
They do not have heat.
30 half marathons ago.
10
But-
fulls ago.
Yeah. But that's, that really does go back to,
A decision, a conscious decision.
it does go back to conscious decision, but it also goes back to if a parent or a grandparent
Mhm.
makes a decision, I'm going to start doing this,
Mhm.
you can absolutely spark that drive in the next generation.
Oh yeah.
A grandmother, grandfather that thinks, I just don't know what to do with my grandkids. Tell them we're going to walk. We're going to do this. I like walking with you. And that walking with grandma, that walking with grandpa may turn into always love being out here.
Yep.
Grandpa and I used to walk this 1 mile loop. Okay. And then I
Right.
decided one day I want to see what else was out here. And that has led me to be the next,
We're a creature
Jack
of habit,
Ross.
too. We're Jack Ross. Yes, the next Jack Ross.
it could be the next
Next
Jack
Iron
Ross.
Well,
Jack.
not only can you influence the next generation, you can even influence the previous generation. I don't know how many. There have been a number of Saturday mornings. My dad will call me and say, "Hey, you won't believe this, but I've already hit 10,000 steps." And I was
Hey.
like, "Are you kidding, Dad?
Yeah.
Way to go!" And I look down at my watch. I've got 57,000. But I'm like, "You go, Dad."
But because of your efforts, your dad says, I want to be around to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well,
Yeah, and that's-
my
I never
dad's
thought of it
coming
that
on
way.
74.
Yeah.
And he works out at the
He
gym.
comes
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
He does.
Yep.
74 years old.
No, but I'll say this: like my kids, I've never pushed them to run, and they don't want to run.
Yeah.
They do other things.
Yeah.
'Cause, like
They're outside now.
I was late because I was visiting Trey and Margaret and Mason and Ella, and like before they'd been doing like some video workout in the garage. So we're all sweaty, but they were out there. I don't know. They were squatting,
Doing whatever,
They
yeah.
were doing something, right? It's
Their
like,
thing.
Yeah.
right? So
Producing work.
they were doing things different than me.
That's right.
Like I never
And that's
presumed that
okay.
they wanted to do what I want to do, but I always said, "Hey, probably a good idea to move, right?" So,
Yeah.
I was
Just
just late
keep
because I was
moving.
late.
Well, you live
weren't
a
late.
long way away.
You know why you weren't late? Because we didn't know you were coming. So
There you go.
it's a grand surprise.
I wasn't late because I came downstairs and thought y'all were going to be done. I was just going to
Yes.
say hey.
Yes. So, hey.
Hey.
Hey,
So next
Hey,
week,
for those that are trying to send comments and stuff, my phone is locked up like a virgin on prom night. So
Ouch.
you dated the wrong girl.
yes. All right, next week will be special because it will be at high
holy
altitude.
shit, I forgot.
Yes.
Yes.
So next week, Sunday Smoke will be from Colorado. Yes.
Right, and the hummingbirds.
And the
Oh, and the
hummingbirds,
hummingbirds.
the hummingbirds make an appearance. That'll be great.
Dude, Rich said they've been feeding them, so fucking
Yes.
hate you.
Anything?
Yes. All right. So next week.
Next week,
Oh, easy.
love you.
Stop it.
Okay, miss you already. Love you. Bye.
It's not gonna let me.
What are you doing, fucker? Hit that one.
Which one? Right here. How do you make it stop?
I don't know. Just turn the phone off. See, the people that stay till the end get to see the good shit.
I was going to say, people that stay to the end
see if
get
there's
the
anything after the credits.
better than
Yeah.
the PG-13.
At 27
Once, I'm telling you,